Hello everyone! Welcome to my custom kit PvP map. I'm your host, Zach7796, and I'm going to teach you how to play this wonderful game. First off, be sure to op all players. You can do that by typing /op when you're on a multiplayer server and then type someone's username in, just like that. Press enter and it will opt them. But if you're on single player like me, you click open to LAN and turn on cheats. And then once you do that and load it up, every player will be essentially opt and be able to use commands. Those you need to be opt in order for some of the game systems to work. So just make sure you're opt. All right, now let's check out the information. This is the information panel. It's pretty simple. It tells you to select a mode, map, loadout, locker, then start the game, all in a rainbow order. As you can see, mode, map, loadout, locker, red, orange, yellow, green, blue. So it's pretty easy to follow along the order of operation. You don't necessarily need to do it in that order, but it's easiest if you do it that way. Alright, and in case you need to go around the lobby a little bit more simply, you can click here to go to mode selection, click here for map, and click here to go to loadouts, but that's just a nice thing. So let's go to modes. There are a couple pieces to the modes. First off, the player mode. If you want to join players, go ahead and step in here. That'll set you to survival. If you want to join spectator, go ahead and step in here. And if you want to quickly switch teams, you can go ahead and click here. Do that pretty easily. And now let's say you were stuck in spectator and you're not opt or something went wrong. All you have to do is just fly into here and you'll be set back to join players. Alright, so now once we've selected our player mode, we can select the game mode. There's technically a couple game modes, but some of them are hidden in Easter eggs inside the lobby. Mode might not be the right term for those Easter egg modes, but somewhat of a mode. Alright, so first off, the first mode is at first to 7. This is the competitive mode, I guess you could say. Be the first to 7 kills to win. 3 to 4 players recommended, up to 8. And we're going to go ahead and select that one. The other option is free play. We're playing with no kill or time limit. Bring all your friends or enemies. That's just, well, free play. Play however you like, though. Alright, now here is next is after red is orange, so that's maps. As you can see on the world map, is obviously the maps. There are 5 total maps. Those are Dealcala, Wild West, Prison, Park, and Classic PvP. My favorite maps, probably Prison or Wild West or Park. I don't know. They're all great. As you can see, there's a bit of a cool map art. So you can see, you can have kind of a preview if you just want to remember what map it was that you've played on before. And you can also click this cool preview button to go ahead and actually preview the map. It's pretty cool. Now if you want to get out of this preview, go ahead and click here. Pretty simple. Now let's go ahead and select, oops, my bad. Let's go ahead and select the map we want. It'll tell us that Dealcala map has been selected. And that's all fine and dandy. Now, red, orange, next comes yellow, loadouts. Let's go to loadouts and save some time. It'll take us to loadouts. First thing you'll see in loadouts, if you look to the left, is that there's a little bit of information about how the game works. This is the loadout area. It uses the pick 8 system. Each gold ingot can be spent to buy an item, and some cost 2. Spend them at the villagers. If you change your mind, use the reset sign behind you. The game is balanced for 8 gold, but play however you like. Try something new every round and have some fun. Here's the reset sign in case you were to buy something you didn't like. Go ahead and click reset. It'll give you your items back. Now let's go ahead and pick out a cool loadout. Let's go for something different, interesting. Not necessarily troll, but something cool, something different. There's a lot of unique items in here. The purple text will pretty much tell you anything special about it. Soul Stealer is one of my favorite inventions. Yeah, just a lot of cool stuff. The rapiers attack fast. This rogue daggers gives you move speed. Sweeper has sweeping edge. Things like that. A lot of cool stuff. Glass sword breaks after 1 use. So make sure you guys check out all these items. All unique, all different. These villagers, however, are not different. These all have the same items, so these are just for use for multiple people at the same time. Alright, let's pick out some armor. Let's go ahead and go for the big chonker build. Big honkin' hefter. Alright, and then let's go for Go potion of slow starts. There's a lot of cool potions too, so make sure you guys check out and strategize. Make sure the other players don't get a leg up on you. Alright, it's real fun though. It's real fun. All this item stuff, you could just sit here for hours trying to figure out a perfect loadout. But you can't go wrong with the straightforward big honkin' chonker loadout like this one. Alright, so now you've picked out your items, which will probably take you longer than that. Next thing you need to do is also know that you get your arrows and you get your bones. If you pick wolf eggs, you get them as soon as you leave the area. So don't worry about whether you get arrows or not. So yes, with bows you will get arrows. With crossbows you will not get free arrows, by the way. Just thought I'd note. Alright, so now after yellow comes green and blue. First one is obviously green, lockers. So let's check out how to use this player locker system. It's a bit of a unique thing. I haven't seen it in other maps. It's just something I made up. And I think it works the best for this system, for this unique kit system. Alright, so how to use the lockers. It's pretty easy. All you have to do is follow this book or just listen to this video. It explains it pretty clearly, and if you need to reference the video again, you can just click in here inside the book. Okay, so to use a player locker, here's an example of what your locker will end up looking like. This is where you put your armor, so I will put my diamond armor in those slots. If I want something on my offhand, say my bread or say my potion, I can go ahead and put it here. And this is my hotbar. It'll be ordered exactly like this. So first thing you need to do is click here to clear the locker. Place your items in from head to toe, as it says in this nifty little glass pane. It tells you to put in that order, head to toe. Then if I want something in my offhand like my potion, I can put it there. Then I can put my rapier right there and my bread right there, and it will be ordered exactly like this. If I place them in the middle right here, these will have open slots here and open slots here. So feel free to do it however you like. Once you've done that, right click this button. It'll tell you that locker number 1 is now assigned to you. And if you need another example, you can always click this to teleport to the example chest at the end of the hall for a little bit more help. Remember, you are locker number 1. You can always reference back to your chat later on, see, like that. If you forgot which locker you are, and in case you needed to do that. Alright, so now here at the end of the hall, we could do that either by clicking this or by walking to the end of the hall. You can see there's more locker information. This kind of explains it again in some different ways and gives you another example in case you had deleted all the locker examples. Alright, so to start the game, after you've selected your mode and your map and you put your locker in and you've selected your loadout, now we're ready to start the game. All you have to do is ask the other players, hey, you guys ready? Then you right click this to start the game. In case you were in the lobby and you needed to end the game for whatever reason, you could click this button, though you could always drop this item, which ends the game immediately. Every player has access to this item and can end the game at any time. For example, if you're in free play mode and you wanted to end the game, you could throw that. You also have a return to lobby item, which returns you to the lobby like that. Anytime you're in a match, you can return to the lobby in case you wanted to just switch something around in your inventory a little bit. Or if you wanted a whole new loadout, you could select a new locker. It works pretty seamlessly like that. And in case you were stuck anywhere on the map, you could always drop the suicide item and that would fix you. Alright, so let's start the game. We're a little bit worried here. We don't have any items, but don't worry. As soon as the countdown goes down, we will get our items in and in the exact same spots we put them in. Our armor is all on us. We still have this in our offhand. We've got our rapier in our 3rd slot and our bread in our 4th slot. And everything is working all fine and dandy. Now let's say we didn't spawn with our items for some strange reason my game didn't work. All you have to do is go ahead and throw this suicide item. You'll die and the game will try again to respawn you with items. You will only really have this issue if 2 players die at the same time. Our testing has shown that only when 2 players die at the same time do you not spawn with items. That happens sometimes with landmines or just by random chance. So if that does happen to you, throw the suicide item. If you're still not spawning with your items, return to lobby. Go ahead, recheck your locker, make sure you're set to that locker, because perhaps you were set to an empty locker, something like that. Make sure you're reset. Then all you have to do to rejoin the game, pretty simple. You just right click this button, it's going to kill you, and you'll be respawned back into the game. Pretty cool. Alright, now we're ready to end the game. Throw the item. The game tells you that a player has entered the game. And if there's somebody had any kills, it would tell you that they won. So, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Now, there's a lot of cool maps. and a lot of cool items. So make sure you guys check out all the content in this game. There's hours and hours and hours of playtime in this game. Definitely one of my favorite games I've ever played. It was a blast to make, and it's really fun to play. So make sure you grab your friends, get a few hours of free time, and check the game out. Yeah, and if your friends are taking a little long, you can always parkour while you wait. Just right-click on the sign to set your first checkpoint, and you can start parkouring to your heart's content. And there is a little bit of a reward at the end, so if you were to finish this. It's pretty hard, though, so make sure you're ready for that. Alright, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this little video and understand a little bit more about my wonderful custom kit PvP map. And pretty much thanks for watching. And now everyone who's still here, for some reason, there is an Easter egg right inside the lobby. I'm just going to show you that one. In case you didn't find it, this is the secret mode I was talking about. This is the pretty much infinite gold mode. Of course, you have the pick step, which we can throw on and makes the little parrots dance around. Party parrots. Pretty cool. Pretty funny if you show your friends this. The game mode I mostly like is the 64 gold mode. It's much different than the infinite gold mode, which is just take as many as you want. Because there are a few items in this game, like, sorry, I almost burped there. Like untamed wolf eggs, these special arrows where you have to buy multiple of them. And to buy a stack worth, you know, this is going to cost half a stack, and that will give you 32 times 3. So it's not infinite gold, but you can try to make a really good kit. There's lots of cool combinations, especially in this mode with 64 gold mode. Or you could just play infinite gold mode. It is much more fun than it probably sounds. Real fun though, real fun stuff. I do love this game. If you couldn't tell, I'm really proud of this game. Not just proud of it, but I really do enjoy playing this game. And if you wanted to turn that mode off, you can always go ahead and right-click that, and it will kill the party parrots, kill the party a little bit. Infinite gold hack disabled. But yeah, I mean, I hope you guys, you know, enjoyed this little tutorial, and I hope you guys enjoy the game. Now, for everyone who's still sticking around, probably here just for a little bit of the map explanation, which I thought I'd just tack on at the end of this video. I know it makes it a little long, but that's okay. There's timestamps. If you're curious about map making, I only occasionally stream, so I don't really stream all the time. But if you want to learn probably the most about this map, you can always check out, go into Spectator or go into Creative or whatever, and just fly over the side. It doesn't really matter. And you can check out kind of how the game works. There are some signs left around. On most command blocks, there's signs, and if there's not signs, you can kind of... Most of them are pretty readable if you understand some basics of command blocking. This is the start section. This contains all the starting command blocks. A lot of this is really janky, janky redstone. But it's mostly lag friendly. I mean, it's pretty lag friendly. There's only a few repeating command blocks on things I absolutely needed it for, and some command blocks left over for some extra things just in case I needed them. But you can kind of learn about how you might want to set up your maps in case you're making some kind of map, or you just wanted to see how kind of the game works. Most of the command blocks are just kind of sitting around here. And they're pretty self-explanatory, and it's a cool way, I think, to learn about how maps are made. And I thought I'd document almost all of the command blocks with signs. Another example is every map has their own kind of their own spawning kind of platform like this. I'm sure I could have simplified it a lot better. This was for testing. This doesn't actually need to be here. I'm sure, you know, I could have simplified this a lot better. But this is one of my first, like, kind of spawning in PvP maps kind of a thing. It's pretty complex. If you were to just look in here and kind of read the signs and try to figure it out that way, you probably wouldn't understand. But there are some things here that you could learn from, anyways, about ideas about how you might want to run a game. It took a long time to build this map, not gonna lie. It was really challenging, but it's real rewarding once you're finished like this, and you can kind of relax and have fun with the creative stuff again. But all this stuff is kind of needed. This, for example, is an example of bad kind of code. Spawn count map 0 and dummy spawn count map 0. Using those as your scoreboard objective stuff. You know, if we were to list the scoreboard stuff, sorry, remove, it'll kind of show us all of them that are here. SC, I changed from spawn count map 0 to SCM. So spawn count map 0 is a terribly long thing to write out every time. And there's tons of these command blocks that just have just spawn count map 0, spawn count map 0, the check if the entity is inside. Anyways, there's lots of cool stuff here if you want to check out kind of how the game works. And yeah, most of it is documented. All right, so hopefully not to keep this this explanation too long. Oh look, the hidden map. There's one bonus map in case you wanted to play on it. It's not like set up very well, so you'll have to use like things like /spawn point and stuff like that. But I mean, if you really wanted to see the extra map, you can go ahead and check it out. That was just used as testing for early on in the development phase of this map. This map probably took around 1 whole year to make. Well, that's when I started it. It didn't actually take that long. Probably took a couple hundred hours, 200, 300 hours. A lot of work just for one person, but it's real fun. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed. That was just the map making kind of ramble on. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed my game, and check out other stuff on the YouTube channel if you like some weird commentary stuff. Not very interesting, but maybe you do. And I hope to come out with some new maps later on in this year or later on next year. And I'll see you guys then. Take care. Brush your hair. I'll see you when I see ya.